What it do, everybody? Yep, we up in here tonight. We are up in here tonight. See all my people up in here. Shouts out to everybody, man. Y'all see my woman in the background. Y'all know how I do. The ladies love me, man. It ain't my fault. The ladies love me. Simple as that. Shouts out to Hector, Quishan, URL 2K19. What to do? Dope Stallone, what's good, fam? Appreciate you tuning in. 619, 9 Streeter, what's good? Oh, Mizzy, what's good, fam? Yeah, Patriots nothing. Patriots nothing. You know what it is. You know what it is, oh Mizzy. Stop playing games. You know what it is. You know what it is. Don't play. Don't play. You know what it is. Don't play. Ooh, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Don't play. You know what it is. Anyway, let me see who else up in here. Your Truth, in my fighting game, you want to rock your content jersey outfit or your judge outfit when I have your face an angry fan. Put the robe on, man. You know what I'm saying? The judge overrule all things. Fix your face, Truth. What you be wearing? Where I'm at? I'm wearing where I'm at. In Wisconsin, the green and gold. The green and gold. That's what I'm wearing. That's what I'm wearing. Come on now. You was looking too serious. She look good. What up, Truth? What it do? Same Abdul, Truth, my brother. What's going on, man? You not LL cool Truth. Maybe not. I don't know, but I know that if you doing that homosexual talk, you definitely gonna get blocked. So, blogger with a job, what's good? Undead Priest, what's good? King Montana say the Dallas Cowboy. What's good, Truth? Let's talk battle rap. Is that a liquor store hat? He said, is this a liquor store hat? Yep. You get this from the liquor store. Liquor store hat, liquor store jersey. Look, you know they sell it everywhere. If that's where you got to get it from, Mississippi was good. Um, um, Veronica. Veronica, is you a real woman, Veronica? You know we got the screen women on this channel. Women who come to this channel saying they women, we gotta screen them. We gotta screen women who come to this channel. So I want to know: are you a real woman? And I don't know if you gonna be saying, "Am I your daddy?" I need to know if you a real woman. I need to know, girl. Hold on, wait, before I even say something. I just need to know. Are you a real woman? Can you have a baby? Do you have a cycle? do it do you can you have a baby? I told you the truth that LeBron don't help the Lakers for real. It don't even sound right, man. You want to debate that? You're gonna lose. Um, she said she was born a woman, born and raised in North Memphis. Okay, Cap Duck and the roast off. I'm over here, and I'm over the age of 18. So you are safe. So you are Kelly safe. Yes, and no kids. I'm a graduate at Tennessee State. That's a brother in denial. Troop, you know you plugged in with that. Stop it. How about them face off Cal 30 Big K? Sup? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm still trying. I was watching them. Y'all can see in the background. I was watching them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to I don't know. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I forgot to do the fantasy battle rap league on that. Hold on. Okay, so she says she a real woman, graduate from Tennessee State. She ain't got no kids. She over the age of 18, and asked, was I her daddy? I don't know. I told you the girls, I do adore. Catch a, what'd he say after that? Holla at me when I get off tour. Listen. Hold on. No, I still can't. I'm still scared. I can't trust that. I have to call up Veronica. Let me and you have a talk right quick, Veronica. Veronica, please call up. Here's the number. I need to speak to you. What's your area code, Veronica? 414. Call up. Let me see if you really a woman. I gotta screen you. That's not good enough. You said something in your comments that made me scared. You said I was born a woman. That's almost that's only part of the sentence that transgenders them be using. They was like, well, I was born a man. I was born a man, but now I'm a woman. Call up, girl. Let me see if you real or not. That's how we'll know. Call up, girl. Let me see where you at. Let's see if she telling the truth, y'all. That man voice. No, I'm not. If you call up, then I sing to you. I'm not singing to you unless I really know you're a woman and I can tell. I'm not gonna do that first. I'm not gonna do that first. That's why I'm telling you to call up. I'm telling you to call up so I can see if you're real. I need to know what's going on. You know they trying to get me. They can't wait to get me in some type of scandal. somebody faking like they're a girl, get me to say something, then say, "Ooh, look, he was talking, trying to holler at a tranny." Come on, man. They want to get me in something. Why this phone ain't ringing? That's what I want to know. What's taking so long for this phone to be ringing? Hey, I'm thinking the same thing. You ain't, it's only a phone call. You're not finna show your face. What's taking so long? Yeah, hello? 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 Why you ain't saying nothing? Hello? Well, they ain't saying nothing. Why you ain't saying nothing talking about you calling? Call up. I'm gonna call back. Let me call back. See what's up. See if this a real number. Calling me. Let me see. Let me see. Yep, I knew it. False. Yep, I knew it. False. We ain't finna play these games. We can't play these games, y'all. See the thing about it is, let me see. Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Who is this? That's a dude. You hear that? That's a dude. You hear the dude? See how these dudes be playing? See, you see what I'm saying? Now y'all see why. Hold on. Now y'all see why we can't talk to these people. You see that? Do you see that? Now let me block this number. I gotta block this number. Let me block this number. They get to trying to play on my phone. Y'all see what I'm saying? See, they act like we don't know the people that be in the comments. Look, we know the people who kick it with us. We know our people. I ain't never seen nobody named Veronica in our live feed. Never. We know our people. I'm like, Veronica? And then you got to think, it ain't too many women in battle rap. Let's just keep it real. It ain't too many women in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, see, that's how I be knowing. Talking about, sing to me first. Right. And all along it's a man. Come on now. Horrible.
What's up, True?
What's going on, blogger with a job?
Man, look, they playing with you tonight, ain't they?
Well, he got deleted.
So you think that was that Veronica person?
Well, one thing about it is, fam, we know the people that be in our live feed. Have you ever seen somebody named Veronica in our live feed?
Nah, not for real.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
This stuff crazy, man.
Hold on once. Yeah, Rapmatic. I'm definitely doing my ARP thing. I found him. The reason why y'all ain't seen ARP, I lost my ARP glasses. I found him. He back. Found him. So I'm definitely gonna get him out. You definitely finna hear from him. Him and Smack got some catching up to do. But go ahead, blog with a job.
Yeah, what we talking about tonight, True? What's the topic at hand, man?
First of all, we gonna talk about the Pearly Gates card coming up. And like I
Okay.
said, these people, man, these people like we don't know who be in our comments. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't know. Most likely we know the people who be in our comments. And the battle rap community ain't a big community like that for females. So when the person Veronica show up, no, it's not a real person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, and come to find out, it's that tranny stuff. Like, get up out of here with that trash.
Man, I don't know what's wrong with them, man.
Right.
But
Trying to
yeah, okay.
trying to set
Yeah,
me up. Get up out of
yeah,
here.
that's what that was, man. They're trying to set you up with that one.
Come on, let's
But
talk about it. So the Pearly Gate 3
Pearly-
card, let's talk about it.
Alright, where we gonna start? Top of the card, Hollow and Mount.
Man, I ain't going through that whole card. What are you talking about?
Yeah, ain't. What you want to talk about Pearly Gates? Then?
Man, there's some people on this card I don't even care to listen to. I don't. Who the hell is Remedy Loco?
Man, I don't know who none of them small word names is.
Asylum the Crow. Asylum the Crow. That's one battle I'm definitely not looking forward to seeing.
I ain't even finna order this card, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't finna order.
Well, I'm gonna order it because it's like, it's, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I like Mr. Mills. I like Craig Lamar. I like Ill Will. I like Calico. I like Big K. I like Mav Hoffa. Hollow decent too. So the card is straight. It's just the other fill-in. Some of them just that's a lot of battles too, folks. That's 9 battles, man.
Yo, Truth, I got a question. I don't want you to think I'm trying to be funny though, man.
Go ahead.
Is you know that lady that you was in a relationship with? I don't know like if she live with you or not or whatever. But is you still with her now or y'all ain't together no more?
What lady I was with?
You know, man. It was a woman that you was referring to as your girlfriend. You know, I don't know. It seemed like you have different girlfriends, or maybe you just have one. So that's what I'm saying. You still with that one, or what's up?
I was catfish. They catfish me.
For real?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm letting you know they catfish me. I was catfish.
How you was catfish, man?
Cause man, believing what people were saying, man. Like it's a long story, but I can't lie about it. You know, I was just believing a lot of things that you got to know what happened. We wasn't on no internet dating type stuff. I don't internet date or do none of that stuff like that. Thing about it is I take care of business, so I was doing a whole lot of business. You know what I'm saying? And I be in the studio and I was working on the boys and them album and projects. We were doing shows and stuff. So I'm working on the boys and them albums and projects. So while the producer be mixing down the music and stuff, I go on the app and I'll be playing the little game, the little spade game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then this woman just got to talking to me. Had her picture up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, pretty picture and everything, you know. So I just got the on the spade table, I was losing. So she was helping me win. And I was like, don't help me win because that takes away from my skills. If I lose, just let me lose. But I'm the type of dude, I would bet everything. So once I lost, I was gonna be off the table. But she didn't want me off the table. So she was helping me win so I could stay on the table. But I was finna lose. So I was telling her like, don't help me. You know what I'm saying? Let me lose. If I lose, let me lose. And she was like, no, I help out everybody, such and such. And then she enjoyed my company on the table. So then she had inboxed me, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had inboxed me and said, oh, she left me an inbox in my DM. I never answered it though. So when I got back on the spade table one day, she came to the table I was on, and she was like, "Why you ain't answer my DM? I DM'd you. You didn't respond." I was like, "I didn't see no DM because I don't be checking that stuff." She said, "Yeah, I left you a DM. Check it out." So I went and saw it, and she was asking how I was doing and things, you know. And then again, I'm looking at the picture like she cute, you know what I'm saying? So she get to talking to me in the DM. We get to talking in the DM. Then I got her number, so we got to talking. But we were just talking about life and things like that. And then from talking to her a lot, because she was asking questions about God and all this, so I was helping her, doing Bible studies with her, reading the Bible, helping her through the thing. So the more we would talk on the phone and things like that about life and God and things like that, then, you know, she just got to telling me how she was having feelings about me. So she started sending me all these pictures of her, you know what I'm saying, like 15, 20 different pictures of her. I'm like, wow, she actually really cute. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, just talking to her and things like that. And I wasn't in no relationship or nothing, so it didn't even really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't in no relationship, so it didn't matter. So, and then I believed I was helping her out because she was telling me a lot of personal things that was happening in her life that I'm not going to talk about because I don't know if it's real or not, but it was real deep on some bad stuff. So, I just had like compassion for her, like, wow, that really happened to you? And she was telling me like all the bad stuff that would happen to her, you know. And I was like, wow, you know. And that's why she was telling me she wanted to grow closer to God and all that. So the more we talked on the phone, the more I began to build like a spiritual connection with the woman, you know. But what happened was the more she would read the Bible, the more she would start getting closer to God. Then I'm like, hey, we used to set up where we was going to meet each other. And it was always a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I wouldn't say nothing because the problem was, like I say, I'm not gonna say if they wasn't serious or not, because what I'm told is here, like somebody passed in the family or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, wow, you know, it's no big deal. I ain't really in no rush. I take care of business anyway. But that just kept happening. So when it happened like the fourth time, I'm saying to myself, I'm like, okay, look, I got to see something. I don't want no more pictures and none of that stuff. I need to see what's going on. You owe me that. Who the hell are you? What's going on? Now, I really didn't care at first, like I said, because she was taking care of a lot of business and things for me, helping me out on the computer, internet, doing researching and things. And, you know, so regardless to what, I really didn't care to some degree, because I don't know her anyway. I never touched her before. So whether she real or whether she fake, it didn't bother me because I don't know you anyway type stuff. But, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mind saying, oh, this the wifey, this my girl, such and such, because that's what she was doing. She was handling, taking care of business. I didn't care. You get what I'm saying? Because regardless to how she may have looked, in reality, she actually did care a whole lot about me and would have done anything I asked her to do. But my thing was, I didn't want to linger and hold that on like that. When I saw how she was, and I saw that she wasn't who she was, you know, I still wanted to be cool with her. But no, it didn't rock like that. So instead of me just having my life on hold, because see, here's the thing, I kind of figured after the second time something was wrong. So what I started doing was talking to somebody. At first I wasn't talking to nobody, you know what I'm saying? But when I started sensing that something might be wrong with this, I was like, I just started talking to certain people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna be playing these games like this. You know what I'm saying? So I started talking to a couple people on the side just in case something, it wasn't true. Like I started sensing like it's just something ain't right. But I ain't never want to question her because it was always like tragedies or something in the family. You get what I'm saying, bro? So
Yeah.
I just started talking to people on the side. But when I found out who she was, and she let me really see who she was, that she wasn't the person who I thought she was. I mean, I didn't disrespect her or nothing. I actually I wasn't even mad though. I felt bad. I felt bad because even though I should have been mad, but I didn't. I felt bad for her because she wanted love and she wants somebody to love. And the thing about it was, it's kind of hard, but I was humbled to the point where it was sad for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all she wanted is somebody to love her and accept her for who she is, even though I'm not that person to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because one thing about the Bible is you don't have to settle for nobody. You get what I'm saying? If you're not attracted to a person, they don't turn you on, and you don't have the chemistry with them like that, you don't have to be with them because they nice to you. You don't have to be with them because they do things for you. You don't have to be with them because they good. No, it don't work like that. You have to be, if you're going to commit to somebody, you at least have to be attracted to that person. You should be. You get what I'm saying, fam?
Right.
So,
Well, let me.
no. But I wanted to still be cool with her. But her feelings was hurt so bad, she didn't want to be my friend. She didn't want to be my friend no more.
Okay. Well, check this out, right? All right. Now, this ain't me trying to play on your character or nothing like that. Cause I see you a stand-up dude, so don't get this twisted. But see, when I'm listening to you on some of your blogs, and just sometimes when you responding to other people or something, it seems like you a player. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad player. I ain't saying like you a womanizer, but it seems like you have multiple women or be involved with multiple women. Is that true, or am I just seeing it the wrong way?
You just saying that the wrong way because you got to understand I'm a public figure. I'm a public figure, so people actually watch me live. If I was having sex with different women and things like that, they would be clicking on this thing like, nigga, you was with me, such and such. Who was it? You get what I'm saying? When I'm on here, you can hear me talking to a woman in my house. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
I hear you talking to a woman. Then sometimes, you will paraphrase to different women at different times.
Comedy.
So
It be comedy. Comedy and entertainment.
Okay.
Most of it be comedy and entertainment because I know the people who I'm talking to. Battle rap is 98% guys. 9 times out of 10, we not gay. We not gay. So we should have some type of desire for women. So speaking on women topics and things like that, brothers who actually we could relate to that. So most of it be entertainment because at the end of the day, man, we ain't got to talk about battle rap all the time, and I'm not going to talk about battle rap all the time. I'm gonna talk about real life issues, relationships, sports, entertainment world. You know what I'm saying? God. So when we talking as men, I'm just kicking it with the fellas. How fellas talk and kick it. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it with the fellas. So I might come up with stories of my past experiences and things like that, but no, I ain't messing around with multiple women.
So true. How about this now? How many battle rappers have you actually got a chance to meet or talk to, or how many do you know that know about you? You get what I'm saying?
How many I met in person?
Not in person, because I know you ain't meet too many. You ain't meet none in person. I'm saying, how many battle rappers that you aware of that like know who you are, and how many of them have you talked to, or have you talked to any of them? Well, I know you talked to Verb and Sway, some of them, because you dropped your interviews. But other than that, have you got a chance to talk to some other ones, or have you been informed that they know about you?
I think they all know about me. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's like I've been here for like 2 years. If you take all my views together that I had, my last channel had like close to 6 million views on it. This one right here, closing in on 4 million. So arguably I did like over 10 million views in like 10 years probably. Not 10 years, 2 years. 2 years, like 10 million views in like 2 years, 2 something years. So they all know about me. Why wouldn't they? I mean, if you pay attention to the Queen Flip used to do this, and he still do when battle rappers come on his show. He'll say something about the bloggers, but it's actually leading into me. That's what it basically be leading to.
And they'll usually confirm that they know about you. I know that.
Right. So.
And then, yeah, you're right. It seems like all of them know about you. It's just basically why I asked that is because it now seems like you got enough pull to be more in the main light of the battle rap community. And as you know, you got a whole following, and other battle rappers know how real you is. They respect your opinion. And I'm just wondering why haven't you, what's making you not want to go ahead and become kind of like mainstream battle rap community? If you get what I mean, like you would be perfect to go on to champion. You know what I'm saying? And debate with them guys. I never
want to go on champion. I will never want to go on champion ever.
See, I get why you don't want to go on there, but like as far as because you know for a fact, like when you and Rome got together, which I don't know why the hell you did that, but I understand. That was a hit. When you be on Black Compass, that's a hit. When you be on Angry Fan, that's a hit. So it's like the battle rap community are highly appreciated if you did go and get on the, show your face on URL or champion or something like that. So, what's keeping you from doing it? Because I know they'll fight out there and all that.
Well, they already on record. They already on record on more than one occasion asking me to fly out to network with them and things like that. But my thing was, the reason why I didn't want to do it was because of the people. I mean, I'm smart enough to know if I can't play both sides. I can't play both sides. It's like
you are you referring to like it'll kind of like take your integrity away from being real if you start bumping elbows with them.
And not only that, I believe the people. I look at myself as being the people's blogger. I believe the people been robbed of so much that y'all don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? And you need and look at how think about this. Look at how successful I am just rocking with y'all. I made the Source magazine my first year, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As being one of the most respected battle rap bloggers in the game, and they left out a lot of people, bro. They left out 15 Minutes of Fame. They left out Hip Hop Is Real. They left out PSA Podcast. They left out Piper Boy. They left out a lot of people they could have mentioned. But they mentioned me, Jay Black, Angry Fan, Vodafly, Minnesota Luke. You get what I'm saying? And this my first year in the game. You get what I'm saying? Now with that being said, bro, then you look at the people. Look at how the people is. I'm better where I'm at with the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go to them. You see, they come to me. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I know where the success lie. I always knew where the success lie. And I don't want to compromise that. I want to continue to stay loyal to the people. I want to continue to try to come up with things where we could do things together, like we got the fantasy battle rap thing going on. Then we got the night court going on. Then we do the Battle Truth trivia. Then we got phone call where y'all can just call up and kick it on anything you want to talk about. So I like this, and it works. And it works. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Check this out, Truth. Check this out. The thing about you though, man, and the reason why everybody rock with you is because of your you being authentic, you care about the people and things like that. So that's why I feel like it's even more like you should make an appearance, because with you making an appearance, you kind of like make an appearance for the people. Meaning like were like me. I'm in Alabama. The people
Right.
in URL don't know me. They can't hear my voice or nothing. But when you step on their platform, you speak for us. So it's like, you will be doing your people a justice if you can go on the show at least once. Not as a reoccurring guest or anything, but go show your presence, man, and let them know, hey man, it's people out here who think like this versus the fake way y'all think. Although we watch y'all and y'all fakeness, we some real people, and this is our representative. And it's like I feel like you'll do a good justice, man. And it's like it's needed. Like I get the first year you stood solid to yourself. This your second year, you know what I'm saying? You still solid to yourself. But I really do believe it's time. I've been compared to a battle rapper. To me, you kind of like New Jersey Twerk or Geechee Gotti as far as a blogger. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as your combo. So you know how Geechee New Jersey Twerk was so in demand, they had to put him on Summer Madness. That's how I feel about you going to like Champion or URL. It's like, you done made it and you up there so much. It's like it's time for you to go ahead and make at least one appearance to show them like, hey man, we know y'all fake, and I got a whole community behind me who knows it. And I don't think nobody will look at you funny or anything, because that's why we like you. Because you're the one who will say what we thinking instead of that fake stuff that they be saying. You should go, man. You should like.
But here's my
Really
but here's my point. It's like, if you think about it, okay, look, here's my point. It's like they watch us now. You get like let's use Jazz for instance. We just doing our show like we normally do. We laid up, hey, the people, we doing our show like we normally do. She click on to watch. Now, mind you, she don't have to go in the comments. She came in the comments on purpose so that she could kick it with the family. You get what I'm saying? She wanted us to acknowledge that she was here amongst us. You get what I'm saying?
That's true. But think about this too, true. Like think about like how Tech Nine and Jay Black, they sit on their platform and they set up here they scheme to make Geechee Gotti the champion of the year. And when you know how you was clearly vocalizing how K-Shine should have been it, and how that battle with Geechee and K-Shine was for that, but they end up giving it to Geechee Gotti due to popularity and things like that. It's like, man, you should have been on their platform. Well, I feel like you should be on their platform telling them that. You know what I'm saying? Telling them like, hey, nah, Geechee ain't deserve to win that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like it's about time for you to make one appearance somewhere on a main platform to let everybody hear our voice. You like the leader of the people like us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you the only one that can do it. None of us is big enough or popular enough to do it. It's like you the only one. So it's like, I feel like you should, man, for the people. You know what I'm saying? Get a GoFundMe. We'll pay for it. We'll raise money if you need some money. If you don't want to spend your own money, they'll raise money for you. And go and make one appearance, man. Just one. You know how many views, how many hits that'll get. And you already say yourself that you're the best blogger in the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, going on that show and show them why.
What this what I'm trying to understand, bro. Why do I have to go on his show? Why what we doing ain't good enough? Why do I have to do that?
Don't get me twisted. What you doing with this one united front is 100% good enough. That's why they watching, like you said. But I'm just saying, for the eyes of everybody, because you know how within the battle rap community, it's kind of separated with like its own underground and mainstream. So it's like, if you go on to Champion or URL just one time, It's not so much like you probably selling us out or anything like that. It's more so you can make the appearance for us, because we want to be on there. We want to go on there and tell Jay Black, man, y'all being bogus, man. Y'all bang the gavel. We want to tell them that. But since
We do it, fam. We do it anyway. We do it anyway. Why do it matter if it's done where he at or where we at? When he's still here, they still see. So I don't get it.
It don't matter. It don't matter, like you're saying. I'm pretty much saying like it'll just be a good event. Just like it didn't matter if you and Wrong DMV teamed up, but it was so fire. We watched it. It don't matter if you go on Black Compass, you know what I'm saying? But it's so fire, we can't help but watch it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it don't matter if you go on URL champion. It really don't. But it'll be nice. You get what I'm coming from? It'll be nice if you did.
By the way, hold on one. By the way, Black Compass, I average the highest views on y'all channel. Just so you know. Just so you know, Black Compass, I saw that. Somebody sent me that. I got the highest views on y'all channel. More than Twerk them and all them.
I just feel like, man, that'll be lit, man. See, man, go on champion, man, and debate with Tech 9 them, man. Go ahead.
What?
You should, dog. I'm saying go debate with Tech 9. You should. Like that'll be so good for the battle rap community, man.
No, man, we good, man. What? Look, we rocking with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? I like rocking with this good enough. Look, if I wanted that, I would have accepted that, fam. You get what I'm saying? I was offered that stuff. I didn't want it. Because
check this out. How about this? Ask the comments to take a vote. And let's make this clear. I'm not saying Battle Truth should bring in his brand with anybody else. But take a vote on Shadoota. People think it would be nice for you to go up there and shut them dudes down on Champion or something like that. Just take a vote and see what they say. See if I'm the only one who feel like this.
But my point is this. Before I do the vote thing, my point is this. People, regardless if we like them or not, people have a right to their platform, fam. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of what we like or not, people have a right to their platform. What Jay Black do, look, this is why I'm where I'm at, because of what he do to some degree. We know for the most part, he the biggest dude in battle rap media because of how long he been here and his affiliation and ties in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. More power to the brother. Keep doing your thing. Make money, make moves, be smart with how you do. Now, my platform's just a little bit different than his. My thing is I'm more on hands with the people. That's what I like. I like that. I don't really have to establish myself like it's mandatory. I go to him as though he the godfather of the game. Like, no.
I ain't
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
that at all, because you already established. I ain't saying that at all. I'm more saying like I put an example like with basketball. It's kind of like I'm saying, well, since you Steph Curry, you done won these rings and everything, why not go and play one season with the Lakers and LeBron? That's kind of what I'm saying. I know you don't have to do it, and you already established, but it's kind of like a why not thing. You don't know how long the battle rap community thing gonna last, or you don't know how long you gonna actually be in it, because you might end up venturing off to something else. So it's like a why not type of thing. Like, why not? Let me just go on up here and give the fans what they want to see. But I ain't trying to say you need it. I know you don't need it. Of course you don't. That's what makes you different. But it'll be nice to see.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Black know that's almost like career suicide. Black would not want me on that champion platform. He wouldn't want to debate with me about nothing. It's obvious he intimidated of my presence because he know what I do. He hear what I talk about to know, like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. You remember when I first was addressing people on what that man was doing, and people wasn't trying to hear it. I used to get like 500 some dislikes if I mentioned that. Now since people start seeing, hearing with their own eyes, and more and more of it came out, now if I say something, the dislike probably at like 50 or 60, 70, 80. That's a way drop than 500. You get what I'm saying? So people is already coming to the knowledge of understanding. I'm pretty sure we all know that he worked for the URL. We know that now. I think people who once was in denial, they not in denial no more. It's obvious. I mean, it's there. Now, with that being said, but my only thing about him on that was it wasn't nothing wrong with that. Look, we know you work for the URL, so I just don't get why were you so afraid to say it. And I knew the reason why, because if he had to say it, then he had to apologize to the battle rappers for being unfair to them for a long time, battle rap leagues for being unfair to them. He also had to apologize to the people for deceiving them also. So the best thing for him to do was to avoid it and continue to avoid it. And if a person didn't know, they just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But my only thing now is, what I'm saying is, he know that's career suicide. He won't debate with me on things because he already know it's certain things he not at liberty to speak about and say and admit. You'll be hearing things like, I plead the fifth, or let's go to the next subject type stuff. But even still, but what he do, he good at what he do, and that's what makes him him. What Caps do, Piper Boy do, Black Compass do, 15 Minutes of Fame, Hip Hop is Real. They all bring something different to the game that makes them who they are. And for the most part, the battle rap community, we all listen to each other to some degree. I tune in sometimes and watch all the brothers every now and then. My only thing is, like I say, I ain't no hater. I be wanting to see all brothers be successful. What I don't like about bloggers is they don't like to support one another. They don't like to network with one another. You remember I was trying to get 3 Letter Man, me and Caps, to do the battle rap tour thing where we was going to go on all these battle rappers platforms, and we were going to do shows, professional shows, where we're going to be good for the people, whether you had a big platform or little platform. We were just going to bless the platforms and just show love to people and spread the love. That became a problem. When you be seeing how these brothers, they don't even say subscribe to other people's channels because they be intimidated of people coming up and actually having something, which don't make no sense. Because I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Because it's the internet. It's like cable. You don't like what you watch? Turn the channel. But them brothers, they don't do that. Like I'm gonna give you an example. I used to be on Angry Fan Show. Every time he would call me and ask me to come on the show and do a show with him. That man never once told his people in any type of way, subscribe to my guy Battle Truth. He never said that. Never wanted to say it. Because he didn't want me to have a lot of subscribers. So he wanted to keep me under him as some type of form of I'm over you type stuff. He not looking like, wow, this dude actually real entertainment. And we rock. He cool with me. So they don't see how you can make two work for the better. Like if I'm on, that means you on. I'm doing more things than you. You just talking on battle rap radio. I'm doing a lot of other things, producing music, writing books, trying to come out with these apps and video games and things like that. And God gave me a platform on this internet as a tool and weapon to make all these things possible. He looking at it as being some type of competition thing rather than looking at it like, oh, that's my guy. I'm going to rock with him and hell, hopefully I can help him get there and we all will be eating. They don't look at it like that, fam. They just want to be the only one eating, the only one eating and want everybody to kiss their butt. And that's why I don't be holding my tongue back when I be talking to them, because I know that's fake. That's lame. If you see a brother down and that brother on something positive and you have a way where you can help this brother, you should reach out and help that brother. You get what I'm saying? You should reach out and help that brother rather than trying to keep him down. Because I highly doubt if you help somebody get to where they were trying to go, they're not going to forget about you. Because when they ask the question, who made all this possible? They're going to be like, God. And then they're going to say, oh, my one guy introduced me to such and such. Or I got discovered because he put me on the show once and I did such and such. Or, you know what I'm saying, fam? They don't do that. They don't do that stuff. They be hating. It just be horrible. Horrible. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, okay. All right. Okay. It ain't nobody calling, so let's finish talking, man. You know, I ain't on no trolling stuff or nothing like that. I'm just, you know how you always say, make sure you know who you being entertained by. So I'm just simply just asking you questions any of your fans always want to ask. So don't think I'm trolling, okay?
Come on with it.
All right. Okay, when you film at home, right? Do you have a certain reason why you film in two different rooms? Like, do you film in different rooms due to, like, if you being the judge or just being your regular self?
Okay, so basically you want to interview Battle Truth tonight. Is that what you're gonna do? I don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, what happens is, like I said, I live in a 4-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? I basically live by myself. Well, my guy here with me now though too. But I basically live by myself. So I got 4 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? I got my master bedroom. Then I got my praying room. Then I got my booth. Then I got the Battle Truth room. You get what I'm saying? So I got different rooms. I got my prayer room, my soundproof booth room with my studio. Then I got the Battle Truth room, and I got my bedroom. So when I do Battle Truth, that's in a whole nother different room. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When I'm out here, it's just something different, just a different feel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. All right, check this out. Like, as a YouTube blogger, and of course, I ain't asking you to get into details, but is it money in being a blogger, man? Like, is it really money in it?
It depends. It depends on if the people like you. If the people like you and you go viral and you getting a lot of subscribers, yes, it's money involved in this stuff. If the people
is it thousands or hundreds?
If the people, it depends. That's why people be like, subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers, the more money you make. Okay? The more subscribers, the more money you make. Okay? So, yeah. But here's my advice to people who trying to do YouTube stuff. Before you just cut the camera on, try to come up with something creative. Like, for instance, when I first came to the game, remember, I was only trying out my camera. And I wanted to address, look, I was trying, God is amazing how he works. Because I was trying out the camera phone I was buying from my guy. I already had one phone. But I was just looking out for my guy because he looked out for me when we was in prison, when I wasn't having no money on my books and his family and them was helping him out. So, when we got out, we stayed in contact with each other. So the brother had a phone he wanted to sell, and he told me to give him $100 for it. So I was like, all right. I bought the phone, and he was telling me how I could do a video recording, it'd go right to YouTube and stuff, and all I had to do was push this button, because he knew I was working on music. So he was telling me, like, since you're working on the music, doing all that stuff, you can monitor your music and your videos and everything. So he was trying to show me how it worked. So then I always was watching battle rap since I've been out of prison since 2008. But I will only watch the good battles. I didn't watch none of the low budget battles, none of the weak people. I only watch all the good people, the powerful people. So what happened was Surf used to irritate me, and I used to get mad when I hear him like on an interview or something, and he'd just be jacking like he beat everybody and nobody better than him. I used to be like, man, he lost. You get what I'm saying? And I'd be so mad that unbiased or somebody wouldn't challenge him like. So I was pissed off one day. He was giving his resume. I think he was saying one time on the show, like, he said he win 80% of his battles or something, and he got more classics than anybody. So when my guy sent me the phone, he said, when I bought the phone, he said it'll go right to YouTube. I said, you know what? I'm going to just address this situation with this dude named Surf. So I wrote down his battles, who he lost to, and then I sat in front of the camera, cut it on, and then I talked about it. And I really broke it down professionally. But I wasn't expecting nobody to watch it. You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to see it for myself. And I figured if I put it out there, maybe 5, 6, or 7 people will watch it. But then that thing just went like, it just started going. 7,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to reading the comments and stuff. And then people in the comments was like, man, dude, you were telling the truth. This what I be saying. We need somebody like you, spitting that real like that, such and such, you know. And then I was like, they like that? And then I was like, well, if they like that, I might as well then be creative with it. So what I did, I say, since they want me judging these battles and talking about this real stuff, and I say I might as well play as a judge. So I went and ordered a judge robe and a gavel. But I didn't have one. I had to wait till it got here because I ordered it from eBay. So I had to wait till it got here. But I had a choir robe in my house. And I put the choir robe on, the burgundy robe, and I was acting like it was a judge robe. And I didn't have a gavel. I had a piece of furniture stick acting like a gavel. So I banged the gavel real quick, but try to keep it away from the camera so nobody could see that it was actually a stick. You know what I'm saying? So I just came up with a little angle, you know, a little thing, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked, you know?
Right. Okay. Now I heard you say you went to you got out of prison in 2008. Now, see, check this out. My oldest brother, he just got out. He just got out about 3 years ago, and he been locked up since 1988. So he did a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? And when he got out, he could not function. He still to this day can't function in regular day society. So what's some of the things that allowed you to be able to start functioning in regular society to the point that you still got all your common sense, you able to have people to follow you, where typically people who get incarcerated for a number of years start to get like a prison mindset?
The thing for me was different because when I was in prison, change stood for me right then and there. When God was changing and dealing with me in my life, I knew change had to start right there when God was dealing with me. I knew if I didn't change while I was in there, I wasn't going to change when I got out. So my change started immediately through God. When I got into my relationship with God, change began to happen immediately. Now, I was already, while I was in prison, building up things to keep me safe and function when I get out, like accountability partners, just with God. I knew with God I was going to be okay. So, and the more I read, pray, and study, the more my mind became more sound to the things of God. And then I allowed my family to understand my weakness. I told them the things I struggle with, because what hurts a lot of people is we suppress those things. And that's not good. You need to tell people what you struggle with, because they may not be weak in that area that you weak in. And that's how you become strong, when brothers can be strong for you. So I knew that selling all that dope and doing all that stuff, that I have to surround myself around things. Like, it's like this. If I'm trying to change myself, why would I go to the dope house? Like, why would I go to the dope house if I'm trying to change myself? If I'm and family. I think it was family for me, and I was older, so it was family for me that made me really get it together. Cause I was kicking myself in the butt, like saying, "Look, here you is in prison. You a father. You got 6 kids, all of them out there under other men. A mother got guys in and out. That's sad. They didn't have to be here. So as a man, take care of your responsibilities. Be there for your children. Be in their life. Leave that dope and stuff alone." You know, I began to coach and inspire myself. And that's what a lot of people don't get. You have to talk to yourself. You have to remind yourself who you are, what your purpose is, why you alive, and who you are in God. I began to talk to myself like, man, you're going to get up out of this. You're going to beat this. You is somebody. God love you. He didn't save you for nothing. Your son needs you. Your daughter needs you. You know what I'm saying? So I began to coach myself, bro, and to just stand on task of knowing, man, you got a family out there that needs you, man. Take care of your business. And that's what it was.
Okay, see, I heard you mention your family helped you, change and stay changed once you got out. So, as far as your family, was it hard for them to adjust to you getting out? Did they ever feel like you wasn't gonna get out, or did any of them switch up on you as far as your main family that you have?
When I first got out, nobody believed it was true. People really didn't want to believe that that I believed in God. One guy when I got out, he had crossed me. He thought I was gonna kill him when I got out. He ended up moving out of town. He moved out of town like a week before I got out. He moved out of town, and I wanted to really make peace with that brother because I was different. He thought I was trying to set him up, though. He thought I was faking. I ended up finding out where he was, got in contact with him, ended up calling him. He would not believe nothing I was saying. He really thought I was going to kill him because of how wrong he did me. And I'm trying to persuade him like, no, I'm really serious, bro. I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? And because I wanted to make peace within myself and God at the same time. He didn't want to hear that though. You know what I'm saying? He like, no, I ain't going for that. I know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, fam, this real talk. I ain't on that stuff no more. All I want to do, man, is just be here for my family and my children, man, and do things the legal way. You know? So my family had to adjust to me because everybody was watching me for at least the first 3 years to see if the God I believed in was really true or not. Everybody believed I was going back to the dope game. Everybody believed that because how I had it on the street, that I couldn't give it up, that I was going to be right back in it. You know what I'm saying? And even my guys that were coming to me like, man, you don't even get tempted of going back into it. And it's crazy because when I got out, some of my dope dealer guys, they was all there, and they just knew it was back on and popping. You know what I'm saying? And they were just telling me things like whatever I need, they got it. But that's what they talking about. They talking about dope stuff like that. And I knew, like I know I could have just made a call anytime I wanted to. Like, hey, I want to be back in the game. Give me that. They would have done it because they knew how faithful I was and what I do. Like before I got arrested and went to prison, I was getting dope for like three different dope dudes where I was copying my dope from. They would tell me stuff like this. Look, you got the green light. Everybody know whatever you ask for, they gonna give it to you. That's how faithful I was, and I had it with the people on the street who I was dealing with. I'm talking about my one guy and them would go to Atlanta and them to the Freaknik, and every time they'll go, they'll be like, "Hey, we going to the Freaknik. Everybody know. So you good. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. When you a dope dealer, let me tell people something about this dope game. When you selling dope, one thing no dope dealer won't. They don't want to be around that dope. I'm trying to tell you. When that dope coming in, you don't want to be around it. You know you got it, but you don't want to be around it. You try to find people who you can trust with it. That all you have to do is just make the call and be like, hey, you done with that yet? Because it's like playing hot potato. I got the dope. Now I need to give it to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? And he need to give it to somebody else. So my weight man, I be getting weight from. They like to hit me like, hey, I got that new shipment in. I be like, man, I ain't even finished with this. They like, you good. How many you want? I used to be like, let me just get done with this. Because I ain't never want more than I can handle. I said, let me just get done with this. And then, I'm going to holler at you. So when I be done, I go drop off what our agreement and deal was. Then I get something else. But I always make sure whatever came up short or did anything, I get them nails off the top. That's how I always been. I get theirs off the top, and I always make sure I had mine at the end. So I would just have a green light. But when selling that dope, they never want you. The drug dealers don't want you to know that. Like we had a word called front. They front you, son. Whatever you buy, they'll front you. If you loyal, it depends on what your relationship is. Whatever you buy, they'll front you. My relationship was like this. Whatever I bought, I either get what I bought plus a little more. It depends on what I wanted. So, with that being said, I'm saying, oh, my God's showing me love. But they ain't really showing you love. They just want you to have all the risk. And all they do is call to pick up the money. You get what I'm saying? See, right. Dope is not money. Like if my living room was full of dope, if I had all this dope in my living room, like $5 million in dope, that's not no money. That's just dope. You have to transfer dope into money. You get what I'm saying? So we'll be saying things like, oh, my man looked out for me. He hit me with 2 bricks. He didn't look out for you. He just didn't want it on him. So now you have to deal with all the stuff that come with getting that off. See what I'm saying? He just know he can trust you because you not a rat, and he know you loyal to the point that you good money. So guess what? He gonna give you as much as you want so that you can handle all them responsibilities of snitches and police and all that. All he gonna do is call to check up on the money. Like, hey, you done with that yet? Like, no, I ain't done yet. You get what I'm saying? All right, hit me when you done. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So we be thinking they be showing us love. They don't show us love. And when I got out of prison, like my guys now, who I used to get out like that with, they was right there. They was right there waiting for me to get right back in. You know what I'm saying? But I told my one guy, I said, look, I don't want no dope. I said, give me some money. He was like, huh? I said, give me some money. I don't want no dope. Give me some money. Because they quick to give you dope. They ain't too quick to give you no money. I said, give me some money. You can keep the dope. So he gave me a few thousands and stuff, you know. So I took the money and I started putting it inside, you know, business, you know what I'm saying? So that I can have a legal income coming in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no work from them people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, okay, check this out, Drew. Alright. Now, I see sometimes these internet dudes and just the veteran community in general, they tick you off sometimes. And sometimes you will go off, and when you going off, you sound like just a regular old street nigga. Like that street nigga part come up out of you then. Does that, how many times in your regular real life do you have to get out of character like that, or does that never happen?
Hardly, never. Only when it comes. See, the thing about the internet is, I'm not used to the internet. I never was an internet person, so I didn't know nothing about trolling. I didn't really know nothing about stuff. It's like naturally I'd be on the defense, and I be feeling bad when I get out of character that time because I know it's a bad representative of who Jesus Christ is when I'm the one supposed to be a representative of who he is. But at the same time, if I could publicly fail, then I could publicly apologize on that behalf because even though my faith is on display, I also be wanting people to understand being a believer in God don't mean you're not gonna have trials and tribulations. Don't mean you're not gonna be angry and mess up. Don't mean that you not gonna sin. The thing about us and being believers is we don't want to. We don't want to. See, when you a sinner operating under the power of a sinner, you don't care about Jesus Christ. You don't care about repenting. You don't feel bad about the wrong you do. You comfortable with it because you operating under the influence of the enemy. So Christ is far beyond you when it comes to that mercy and forgiveness and peace within that God give you through repentance. But when you become a believer, when you do things wrong, deliberate and maliciously and deliberate, what happens is that don't rest too easy in you because you know you out of pocket. You know that as a believer you are required at a higher standard to have humility. But at the same time, it's a training process. The word sanctification means a continually cleansing. It's not something that happened one time. It's not sanctified. It's sanctification, where you are being sanctified, cleansed. It's an inward cleaning that God is doing in you every day to shape you into the glorious image of his son Christ. So in my personal life, I rarely have to deal with things like that because people who know me personally respect me just like I respect them and show them love. You choose who you want to put yourself around. You have to make that choice. You know what I'm saying? And I choose not to surround myself around foolishness and stupid things. Like I said, I'm 44 years old. I ain't one of these 44-year-old dudes and my best friend is 19, 20 years old. No, I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? My son, like I said, my son's now 22. No, he finna be 22. Yep, my son finna be 22. My son finna be 22 this year. And my other son finna be 21. They know I'm a battle rap blogger. You know they rap. I never watched a battle rap battle with them. And I never will. I don't do that. I never watched a rated R movie with them. I don't do that stuff because I'm a father. And they grown. They got their own kids. I don't do that though. Because as a parent, I will not cross those lines. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear them talk, they don't curse around me. They don't say the N-word around me. They don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have that problem in my personal life. But on this internet stuff, you know, brothers do whatever they can to try to make it work for them.
Right. Yeah, because that's one thing my brother have a big problem with is adjusting his attitude and things like that, and you really get him in trouble. But yeah, so yeah, man, doing prison time is hard, and from what he told me, he said one of the worst feelings in the world is when you in that courtroom and that judge give you a sentence and you hear years at the end or whatever number he said. He said that's like one of the worst feelings in the world. Do you agree with that statement?
To some degree. It ain't one of the worst feelings in the world. Like one of the worst feelings in the world is when you lose somebody you love. You know what I'm saying? When they can't come back. I'm going to jail, but I still have a voice. I'm going to prison, but I still can reach out to my family and see them. You know what I'm saying? But when you dead and you gone, you can't fix that. Nobody can pray for you. Nobody could wish you was in a better place. When you gone, you gone. It's a wrap. Your life summed up. Now it's time for the judgment of God. You know? So, one of the hurting feelings for me in prison was the disgust I had within myself. Because I was like, dang, here you is in prison again. This is your second time in prison again. You left your children when you said you would never leave them. Everything you wanted to blame your father for, now you doing it. That was the hurting feeling for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying how all this talent I have, all these gifts in me I had, just going to waste. And I'm just shaking my head like, I know I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this. So that was the one for me, fam.
Right. Yeah, I can understand that statement because I lost my mama last year. I lost her last year. It ain't even been a whole year yet. So that is like one of the worst feelings in the world. But I can't imagine how I feel also if I heard that I had to do 8 years or 20 years or something like that. It's like when you in that moment, you know what, scratch that. You pretty much answered that question pretty much. Let me ask you this. Okay, now that you out and you've been out for some years now, what it been 11 years since you've been out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still some things as far as like how you had to live and hold yourself up in prison that still kind of like affect you or come out on you today? As far as like maybe a reaction to something or the way food smells or something. Is there anything like that that still affects you after 10 years or so?
Like, do I still do things I used to do in prison in the
No,
real world?
I ain't gonna say like necessarily just things you used to do, but you know how you'd have been used to doing something so long, it can just become like muscle memory. Do you have anything like that? That's what I mean.
Since I mean, what? No, the thing about it is, I'm from Chicago and Milwaukee. So the thing about it is, basically how the streets is out here, for the most part, is how it is in prison. You know what I'm saying? It's like a structure type thing. It's like thing is in a order, a structure, and things like that. And God is just different. Like when you really come into a real, genuine relationship with God through Jesus Christ, you're not confused about things. You're not concerned about things and problems. You know what's the source of them, and you have the solution to how to overcome those things. So it's like when you operating under that spirit, like I am now, it's like it's like there is nothing, for the most part, you just don't know. You get what I'm saying? You know. And it's like some things I do, some things I like for instance, in prison, we take shower wearing shower shoes. I still take showers in shower shoes. It's funny. It's funny. I remember I was talking to my girl about something. And I had misplaced something. And I told my girl, I said, you saw my property? I misplaced my property. Because in prison, your stuff is called property. My girl said, your property? Nigga, you ain't in prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did I say property? She like, yeah, you said your property. I was like, oh, my bad. And then She like, why you in the shower with your shoes on, your house shoes on? I say these ain't house shoes, these shower shoes. And we in prison we take shower in our shower shoes. That's like protocol for brothers, you know. We take showers in our shower shoes to so we won't catch germs and diseases. She was like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And some of the foods and hookups, I use some of the foods and hookups I used to make in prison, I still make right now. They actually good. So, and then I be having dreams every now and then. I'm back in prison, and it be so real. Like, it be so real, man. I be like, wake up, I be happy. I be like, oh yes, thank you. I'm free still. Never want to go through that. Never want to go through that life again, man. Never. Horrible. Talking about that's a horrible life. Horrible life to live in prison. When you using in prison, it's called gelling. You got to know how to gel. So in prison, your toilet stool. Listen to me closely, people. Your toilet stool is your refrigerator. Let me say that one more time. Your toilet stool is your refrigerator in prison. The same toilet we piss and boo-boo in, that's also a refrigerator for us. For things we want to keep cool. Horrible. And, yep, real talk. And when you go to jail, you have to wear somebody else's drawers. Like, for instance, when you get locked up and you getting checked in, you got to get rid of all this, and then they give you your county socks, your county shoes, your county outfit, and your county drawers. Now, these items they giving you, they all used, meaning people wore them already. The drawers you have, somebody wore them already. More than one person wore them already. The socks you have on, somebody wore them already. The county suit you got on, somebody wore them already. Even the shoes. You don't get nothing new. All of it is used already. Okay? So, come on, man. I mean, that just taught me like a whole lot. Like, dang, that's crazy. You know? So, brothers need to know, you got to understand what freedom really is. When y'all begin to understand how powerful y'all freedom is, and because a lot of people abuse their freedom, and they don't understand the power of having freedom and the things that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know, they don't really check into things. But when you understand the power of freedom, you wouldn't want to be a convicted felon. You wouldn't want to be doing penitentiary moves out here, which makes you subject to the things you got to go through when you get incarcerated. And that's if you luckily to get incarcerated. A lot of people just get killed. But the ones who was lucky and fortunate like me to actually see prison and not get killed, I understand those things now, you know. So it is what it is, man.
Right. yeah, I bet that stuff is tough. Man, ain't nobody call your phone yet, did it?
What you say, brother?
I said, has anybody called your line since
No.
we've been on the phone?
No. They actually probably enjoying this little interview you doing.
Yeah, man. See, actually, it's like I'm back in school, and that's what I'm kind of in school for. But what I discovered was I'm so shy and don't know how to talk to people. Like, I can talk to my wife, I can talk to my best friends, but when it comes to talking to different people, I really realize like how bad I am at it. So it's like that's something that I have to practice on.
But let me tell you one of the reasons why you probably bad at doing it. One of the reasons why you're probably bad at doing it is because you lack the information that it is you probably need to talk about. The more you know, the more you know, the more confident you get because it's something that you know. And when you know it, nobody really can tell you different. You get what I'm saying? So as you grow in wisdom, and get smarter, you'll become more confident. You'll become more confident in speaking and talking in certain areas. You get what I'm saying? The reason why it don't bother you with your girl because you're comfortable with it. You're around her every day, all the time. She probably saw you at your best and worst, and you saw her at her best and worst. Yeah. But because y'all been around each other, you comfortable. Now, when you're around people you don't know, and you got something you probably trying to teach and talk to them about or share, you're probably a little nervous because you on the front street, don't want to mess up, say nothing wrong, you know. But when you know what you're talking about, your confidence level definitely gonna grow.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, because if we was talking about battle rap per se, I probably, it'll be a lot more easier than what it is right now. But I'm sure the people, like I'm a regular fan of yours. I ain't just no casual one. And you pretty much know that because I think you got my number saved in your phone.
Yeah, that's how come I knew who you was when you called.
Exactly. You know who I be when I call. So it's like, I know a lot of other fans like me, man, just be wondering these things. You do put a lot of yourself out on blogs. You do your your stories and things like that. But it's just still a lot of people probably just have a lot more questions they be thinking about that they want to ask you, but they never get a chance because most of the time we talking about topics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I just wanted to I kept making it clear earlier. I ain't trolling.
Well, like I said, one of the things is this, bro. One of the things is this. Yeah, my life. Why you think I do the page and chapters of my life? Think about this. Everything that ever came out on me, I'm the one who put that out there. I'm the one opened them doors, and I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't say nothing that I didn't know I was gonna say, and it's like, he didn't know he was gonna say that, so they ran off with it. No. And if you listen to everything I say, like let's take the real controversial one. Again, me saying I want head from my celly. I never said that. That was just a thought that came in my head that nobody knew about but me, God, and the devil. That's it. Now let me tell you, let me tell you something, Cole, and this is what I mean by people act like they not mature enough to talk about real situations and things. Now, notice your thoughts go crazy based upon the setting you in. Now, I'm in prison, and the guy who I'm locked up with, he's a homosexual. So the knowledge of knowing what a homosexual do from his sexual ways and how he act, so the thought would come in your head, because I'm in a cell with this dude for like 30 days. So the thought came to my head, but I know what the thought is. I know it's not me. That's why I was able to shut it down. In my mind. Have you ever wrestled in your mind of thoughts that come in your mind? You'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying it, but you wrestling in your head like, no, hell no. You get what I'm saying? Because I was in that setting. That thought came across my mind. Just like I said, when I be around all that dope, when I used to bag up that dope, because I'm in that setting, then another thought come in my head. You should toot that dope. You should smoke that crack. You get what I'm saying? And I immediately shoot it down like, hell no, I ain't tooting this dope, smoking this crack. And I'm going to tell y'all something y'all don't know. This is how so many drug dealers became addicted to their own product supply because of those things. When you're around that stuff, like a lot of people call heroin addictions based upon dealing it, because when it's a powder substance. So when you got the heroin and you chopping it up, if anybody know, we buy heroin raw. So you buy the heroin raw, but we had blenders where you got to break it down. So you put the heroin in a blender. So you hit the blender, the heroin mixing up. Zzz. But when you pop the blender top off, what happens? It go up in the air. And what are you doing? You breathing. So as you breathing, you pop the top, pop. And so when you open it, some other heroin coming to the air. You like, but your nostrils then caught some. Just like when you cooking dope. You know how they talk about they cooking over the stove and the Pyrex? So while you got the cocaine and you over the stove and you cooking over the fire, the cocaine, and the fumes are coming up. What do you think the fumes are? You get what I'm saying? That's the cocaine base. When you touching the dope and you breaking it up and you bagging it up, cutting it up and you bagging it up, it's getting in the pores of your skin. Many people got revoked and went back to prison behind that, not knowing that even though they don't smoke it, even though they don't use it, but because they touch it, it's in their system. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of brothers develop these habits based upon handling it. You get what I'm saying? So when I would be in a setting, bagging up the dope, doing that, you would hear the thought in your head, sniff that dope. Sniff that heroin. Taste that crack. You get what I'm saying? And I would shoot them thoughts down like, hell no, I ain't doing that. I sell this. I ain't finna do that. But some people who weak in mind, when they hear those things, they ended up doing it. Right here, why not? You get what I'm saying? When I used to have my gun on me all the time, have my gun on me, then you would just hear thoughts, you should shoot that nigga. You should do that. I'd be like, hell no, I ain't finna shoot nobody. See, thoughts run into your head the majority of the time based around the surroundings you in. You get what I'm saying? So when I got the call from the woman that was finna kill herself, and they called me because I was more wiser, they felt that I could handle the situation better than them. And when the woman told me the crazy thoughts she was having in her head, that she couldn't control them, then so that she could understand I could relate to her, I got to telling her those situations. I say, look, I know exactly what's going on. These are called satanic attacks, and they try to attack you mentally. Those are not your thoughts, and you have to learn how to separate those things and shoot them down when they come up. I said, I remember when I was in prison, I had a homosexual cellie, and the thought came to my head, you should get some head. I immediately shut that thought down because I knew that wasn't a me. But they left all that out. First, only thing they wanted to run with was, we don't care about him trying to save somebody's life. We don't care about what he think or what it was. He wanted some head from a man. He gay. Really? You see what I'm saying, bro? Cats can't even handle real situations and conversation. No, I would never think that. That would never come to my head. Okay, well, you answered the one question in life nobody had an answer to. How do you stop thoughts coming in your head that's not yours? Get the hell up out of here. You get what I'm saying, fam? Things like that. Brothers just ain't. Look, you got to be in the setting to understand. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never been, if you ain't never been locked down in a cell with a homosexual for 30 days on a 23-hour lockdown, and you don't think the devil gonna put that thought in your head, you crazy. You ain't gonna just be honest enough to admit that that thought came in your head. It ain't the thought that makes you wrong. It's the actions when you act on the thought that make you wrong. It wasn't a want. It wasn't a desire. And that's why the word of God clearly says, we cast down every imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought to the obedience of Christ. People don't get that, man. Why you think so many people commit suicide? Because the thought run in their head. Why you think so many people homosexuals? It started with a thought. Why you think so many people on drugs? Everything starts with the thought. We have the power of choice to choose over the thoughts, whether the things of God or the things of the enemy. You have to choose over the thought. And cats just try to act so super gangster, so super real, like they don't get this. Come on now.
Now, yeah, I was wondering the same thing when all that was going on. Because once you explained it, it was so clear as day exactly what you meant. It was like, man, they had to just be trolling. Ain't no way they could have still thought negative, gay things when you made it so clear. And like you said, that happens to everybody every day. It could be when you're driving down the street and you might think, man, I want to kill this nigga. Like you said. But that's just a thought. You got to just block that shit out your mind. Keep it going.
Right. Let me ask you a question, bro. How many times you have heard thoughts of like, you should hurt yourself. You should kill yourself. If you was dead, like, what? No. But you still hear it. I bet if you was dead, they'll be sorry. They'll feel sorry for you. I bet if you died, I bet she'll be crying over you. That's how the enemy be talking, like. And people actually listen to those voices, believe it's true, kill themselves because they believe they gonna get to see their funeral, like movies be showing them when they die. Like, oh, look at her crying. She feel bad. I'm gone. What? Man, okay. She ain't gonna give a damn. You gone.
You know what, man? I ain't never heard nobody put that like that. As far as when people listen to those thoughts and try to commit suicide.
Right.
I think you're right. Like, they probably do look at it like it is a movie. Like, they going to actually see what's going on. So it's like, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't listen to them negative thoughts. That happens to everybody. People just trolling if they act like it don't. That happens to everybody. It's crazy. Golly, true. This, I don't know. Have you ever had a caller this long on the line?
Have I ever had a what?
Have you had calls this long on the line before?
Well, you actually made it a show. You doing an interview. Somebody on here named Traffic Media. See, it be clowns like this who don't know nothing they talking about. This brother said out his mouth, he said, let's be clear on this. You do not have to be in a cell with a homo. You can remove him. That's facts. First of all, you are a prisoner. You don't have no control and power over who they put you in a cell with. First of all, I'm not intimidated of being in a cell with a homosexual because I'm not a homosexual. If you could choose who you could be in a cell with and you don't like them, they'll be moving people in and out of cells every time a person didn't feel like it. You don't just do that when you go to prison. It's called receiving for a reason. I was locked up in Chicago, Illinois prison. I don't know how y'all prison is, but I know anybody can't say, hey, I ain't going in there. I ain't going in there with them. Get me up out of here. It's obvious you ain't never been really locked up, not in no real jails, because it don't work like that. You don't get to choose what cell they put you in and who they put you in there with. Get up out of here, man.
Nah, man, they be tripping, man.
Right.
Trip
Dude talking about he did 7 years in McDowell prison. Right. So you told the officers when they arrested you, no, put me in there. I don't want to go in there. I want to go right in there. Man, shut up. Get up out of here. Get up out of here with that trash. But like I said, I'm secure in my sexuality. Stuff don't bother me. If you ain't man enough to handle mature conversations like that, don't listen. Don't listen. You can't. One thing you can never do. You can never challenge my sexuality. You can never test my gangster. You can never test my manhood. And stuff ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I'm a public figure. You will never have a transgender, a homosexual coming out on me saying we did anything or I made a pass at them in any type of way. That's not gonna happen. Come on, get up out of here.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. It's hard to tell what's up with half the people in the battle rap community. It's like, I don't know if they on a download or what, but some of the stuff they say, and how they react to stuff just blow my mind. Even with battle rap, it's something that really gets to me. When battle rappers get into beefs, it's like people in the battle rap community, they be acting as if it's such a bad thing. And it's like, man, come on, that's what make battle rap interesting. Let these dudes beef. You know what I'm saying?
Is you
There's
talking
a
about
lot
beef or is you talking about battle rap stuff? Because you got to be careful how you use the word
okay.
beef.
All right, I'll put it like this. Most of the time, all they beefs is just battle rap stuff. That's how it is most of the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So as far as a battle rap beef gonna go, whether it's like, even if they think like, okay, if I was to see you somewhere, we might fight. It's like, man, I don't see the problem in the truth when it comes to battle rap, man, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like as far as violence, but it's supposed to be that real and authentic. That stuff like that should go down occasionally. Like, let me give you an example. Like when Suge and Rum Nitty battle, it's like, man, if they were to get into a tussle or something, I ain't got no problem with that, man. I don't mind seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind seeing it because that let me know, okay, this is authentic. This is real. That's why I got into battle rap. It was authentic. And then eventually it became WWE, but hey, we still enjoy it. But stuff like that shows authentic, like Calico and Ill Will battle. I think that's one of the main reasons why you got it as one of the battles of the year last year. Because that battle felt real, man. That battle felt authentic, like how it used to be in battle rap. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind that beat stuff that they be having going. Like, Math Hoffa and Hollow. People on eggshells about this. Like, I hope Math don't do this. Man, I hope Math bully that Hollow. I hope he push him. I hope he do all that. I ain't saying like I want them to mess up the battle and fight, but I hope he get physical with Hollow or do something like that with him. Because Hollow, look how Hollow talking to him as a man on that face-off. So if you gonna belittle me like that in front of all our viewers and fans, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? When we battle, we gonna put on a show for real. But a lot of people don't even want to see that. They don't want Math to do nothing but just rap. What you think?
If it's healthy beef, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If it's beef to the point where it don't spew out into the streets, then yeah, that could be a problem. But other than that, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like sometimes, they real sensitive. It's like, hold on, man. I thought y'all was supposed to be street people, man. But I realize also it's a lot of nerves in this too.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, good interview with you, Truth. We got to do this again one day, man.
Well, I appreciate you calling up. Thanks for the questions, bro. I'm pretty sure the people gonna love it.
All right, my dude.
All right. Okay. No Traffic Media. Yep, it was in the 90s. It was in 1992. It was in 1992. What's going on, family?
What's going on, Drew?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, my question was, I texted you regarding, do you think that battle rap is pretty much transitioning, sort of like opening up for Illuminati platform? Like when you see bloggers like yourself who happen to be Christian, it seems like they don't want you on the platform because you're Christ-centered. Do you think that plays a part also?
As far as the Illuminati,
Yeah.
it depends.
Let's say that because I see like they have trainees on stage, a lot of gay, homosexual allegations being tied to battle raps and things of that nature.
Right.
Because I believe, like, all the way, in most cases, like with the music industry and a lot of the different industries and entertainment, in order for the platforms to expand, they need to go into that transition and Illuminati and have all these homosexual and gay rituals. So you think that battle rap is transitioning into that, to which why, as a blogger, as a Christian blogger, they want to continue to ignore you because you won't be conducive to such platform. You won't be beneficial to the platform. You'll probably be counterproductive for the platform.
I mean, I just think I think it need to be a gatekeeper. I think it need to be a gatekeeper to the point where it ain't so obvious. It was a reason why I was called behind in the closet. Now, you know, they just try to make it more acceptable and everything. But as you accept things, it definitely opens the door. It definitely opens the door for other things to come with it, you know. So anytime it becomes acceptable, man, then it comes with the things that come behind that. It's not just that. It's like you open up a floodgate. Once you allow that, you have to allow this and that and that and that and that also. It's not just accepting one thing. You know what I'm saying? So I believe once you accept that, then what it does is open up a floodgate like it's doing right now in society. First, they try to use it. In order to get the law passed first, they tried to use it as a means of hate crimes. And I think a lot of those things sometimes were staged on their own. A lot of it came from false reports. A lot of it did come from actually people feeling that way to some degree. So you get the law passed, and then once the law got passed, then they made it an agenda and a criteria for now schools, for now government, you know what I'm saying, to enforce. You know what I'm saying? For sponsorship, for television play. So it became acceptable, which allowed the door to open up the door for many other things. And now you just being desensitized.
Because I see Norbs seem as if he's trying to make it acceptable, and he's talking to Sweet Subject. He was like, look, man, what's wrong with having a gay battle rapper? Why don't you want to battle someone that's a gay battle rapper? It seems like they're surely but slowly opening those type of floodgates. And in order for that platform to become big, you know, that is the route that they would have to take.
Yeah, I saw that interview. And I believe a person have a right, and it's his choice to do whatever he wants. But it's not your choice to enforce your will on others. I believe.
Just notice, Jay Black is not shunning those type of things. They don't even bring up those allegations. Smack and Beasley obviously don't. Norbs isn't against it. Any other, all these people who are promoters of such platform are not speaking ill of it. And that's why I noticed that sends an alarm to me. It's a, well, wait a minute, why aren't they shunning it? You know, such as when we look at the Cassidy allegation, they're not bringing that up at all. They don't. Seems like they don't want to make that seem as if that's something that we should frown on.
Right. Well, one thing as a man, you're not gonna be too happy with it. You're not gonna be too happy with it, especially when you the one that got to be in the showers with them when you in school or you playing sports and things like that. Especially when you got to cut on the TV and see it all the time, and they want to make it law to teach it to your children. So as a man, when God give you this protective spirit immediately in you, you offended, you know. But you just be trying to see the hope that you want to put in them to turn them from a lifestyle of that so that they can live and have life. But it's crazy.
Yeah, then I want to real quick touch on. I listened to one of the previous callers there talking to you about Jay Black, and like I said, that would be something that we all look forward to. You actually having that conversation with Jay Black, because one thing I like about the platform, you have the phone lines open and people are able to ask you questions. This isn't scripted or planned. And when you have your platform and a platform such as his, I think it's good and it leaves room for good dialogue, because you guys are basically diametrically opposites. And my question is, do you think that they're deliberately avoiding you? And if so, why?
That they deliberately avoiding me?
Yeah.
I don't think they're avoiding me. I don't think they have to care about me, because they do what they do. You know what I'm saying? They have an agenda and a criteria they have to follow by for their platform. They don't have to. I don't feel they avoid me, because it ain't no need for me to have their attention. You know what I'm saying? Just like on my platform, I don't care. I don't care what they do. You know what I'm saying? I usually just say something when they may say something that's just totally just biased and false. But other than that, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think.
It seems like all the other platforms acknowledge one another, so to speak. They mention them some shape or form. With you, they like when some of the when Slack URL had the trailers and ARP had the trailers, and they had the bloggers mentioning their opinion about the strike. They had almost every other blogger, even Vitafly, someone who's been deceptive, who came under a different name. They still mention him and others, but with you, you weren't mentioning any of the trailers.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just look at it like I don't see the need why I have to. It's like who is he? I mean, he do his thing, I do mine. I mean, I just don't. I wouldn't want to go on there. I wouldn't even want to go on there. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me feel like I need some type of validation from him, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to go on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm good where I'm at with what I'm doing and rocking with, and it's like I don't need him to address what I say. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, no problem, man. That's pretty much all the questions I have, man. I'll let you go.
I appreciate you calling up, man. Be safe. Mm. Yep, y'all. What's going on, Ken?
What's up, man? What's good?
You? What's going on?
I just want to chime in when it comes to the champion situation.
Right.
Well, thing is, like, I forgot who it was, but I remember the time when one of the dudes actually donated to Champion just to get you on the platform.
Right.
And Jay Black already turned you down, so
right.
Why does he? If Jay Black don't want you on there, then what's the point of even trying to go to Champion? Like,
right.
That's my thing.
But do you see what I'm saying though, Ken? Like, why would I have to? Why would I have to? Like, it make it seem as though he have to like validate me or something.
Exactly. You don't need nobody to validate you for that. My thing is, look, you good at what you're doing right now. You got battle rappers coming onto your platform to chop it up with you. Just yesterday, you was there with Jazz. Like another thing, man. If anything, if you want to move, like if dude was talking about moving into mainstream
battle rap, you need to be mainstream battle rap. Remember what we talked about before? You need to come up with like a platform where it would be comparable to a champion. You understand? So that way you don't have to go to other platforms to be quote unquote validated. Because you already validated. That's my thing.
Right. Rapmatic asked me why I ain't bag Jazz. I respect Jazz, man. And I'm smart enough to know this one thing. Never try to holler at a girl in front of the company of a lot of dudes. Cause she definitely gonna turn you down. Women like the mystery of things. They like the mystery of it. Cause in their head, all they doing is living out romance. They want everything to be some type of fairy tale, once upon a time, happy ending type stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I'm smart enough to know that, Rapmatic. Never try to holler at a girl in the presence of a lot of people.
Yeah. But one thing I do agree with what dude was saying was that you might need to like make maybe a like a GoFundMe or some joint. So that way, like you can actually get like your own studio or something, like a studio separate from like the battleproof room that you usually do, like make it like an even more professional set, and then you build it up from there. That would be kind of cool. This is a suggestion, brother.
I remember watching Unbiased, and all Unbiased had was a white wall behind him, a white plain wall behind him, mostly all the time. I don't only got a black wall, but then I move it around. Nothing ain't gonna never be good enough. You do know that, Kenshiro, right?
Hey, look, here's what you have to do. You have to worry about your brand. But the thing is, like, you don't worry about what some other people may think, because you got the one united front right here, and other people that actually mess with you, that actually rap with you. So my thing is, the only thing I see you should do is just building up your brand and platform for yourself. You don't need to go on Champion. And plus, Champion don't even want you, so what's the point? Even if the fans want you there, Champion don't want you there. And even if Champion wanted you there, the URL probably don't even want you there. Because the URL wants you to be a part of the machine. So that's pretty much what it is, man. So the thing is, you have to find ways to, like, improve the brand for yourself, because you may say that the fans may not be satisfied, okay. But think about the impact that would create. Like, you're already doing it big now, but think about it if you were to create a more professional setting for yourself, for your brand. Then people would start looking at it like, oh man, he's moving up. Oh man, he's actually quote unquote mainstream battle rap, even though you already mainstream as it is. Like, if you got battle rappers calling up to your show, coming in your live, trying to kick it with you, you've already made it mainstream. You want to keep it real. That's my thing.
What you say, Ken, at the end?
I was saying
at the end,
like basically, you're like, you got battle rappers calling up to your show, wanted to chill it with you, wanted to chop it up with you. So you're already mainstream. I'm just saying, let's now that we have this power, let's use this power to make it even greater. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, and not only that, Rapmatic. Rapmatic be trolling, man.
He always do, but
Rapmatic be on some games. He be trying. He be trying. He be trying to start blogging wars.
yeah, but anyway, man, that's all I want to say. I just wanted to get off that and just let that be known. That's it. But anyway, man, I'm about to head to work. God bless you guys. God bless you, Back Truth. I'm out, bro.
All right, my man, Ken.
Keep it tall. Keep it tall.
All right. This one I'm eating with dip. All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend tomorrow. Dunk contest. 3-point contest. What we doing? What we doing? Who y'all going for? Team LeBron or Team Giannis? Who y'all think gonna win? Team LeBron or Team Giannis? Team LeBron, Team Giannis, Team LeBron, Battle Truth. Hey man, I blocked him. But just so you know, Tony brought your chat called God Petty twice. And then he typed that if he had a gay son, he wouldn't care. Tony Bro called God Petty. Why, Tony Bro, why would you call God Petty? I need to understand that. Tony Bro, why? I got you, Rapmatic. I'm going to do them both. I'm going to do them both for you. Slim Coleon talking about he going to Team Giannis. Slim Coleon do not like LeBron. Tony Bro said he'll be all right with having a who? Tony Bro said he would be all right with having a homosexual son. I don't believe no real man are like that. I'm sorry. Because obviously he ain't got no kid. No real man, I don't think no real man will ever want that. Why would you want your son sucking somebody dick? And why would you want somebody screwing your son in the ass? Like, who, really? What man would want that for his child? Like, come on, let's be real. Really? Tony Bro said God was going ham in the Old Testament. That isn't the New Testament. It wasn't the same. The brother ran to you like a child, like I'm going to be punished or something. Well, in the Old Testament, it wasn't that God was going ham. If you read the Bible, they kept on testing God. God even said to Moses, he said, how long would these people keep testing me? They kept testing him over and over again. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he said they tested him like 12 times, 12 or 10 times. He was like, I'm not going to keep wrestling with them. I'm not going to keep playing with them, because now they just trying to play me like I'm some type of weak, soft God. And then his wrath come down. When you read the Bible, he even told Abraham, he said, all this land I'm giving you. He said, but not yet. He said, because the sins of the Amorites haven't reached this level yet. Even though they were doing wrong, it's a level of sin to the point that God just cut it off. He didn't just immediately start dropping people. They had a long time. Just like when he told Jonah. He told Jonah, who was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights, he said, go to the city of Nineveh. Tell them to repent of their sins, or I'm going to destroy this place. Jonah went to the city of Nineveh, and he preached for 40 days. 40 days. God gonna destroy this place. Y'all better get it together. But notice before God sent them, they had already been doing so much crazy stuff. God was fed up. But he still gave them warning. Hey, go tell them, fix that place before it be over with. So God always, the Bible called God long-suffering. God is a God of mercy, long-suffering, patience. But how long do we got to keep dealing with people? Yeah. Zalon say, battle truth, would I ever convert to Islam? No, because I know all about it. Why would I convert? Why would I convert to a religion where they prophet who gave them the Quran was 54 years old and had a 6-year-old wife? Why would I confirm to that? Well, this guy literally on record saying he had a demon inside him, and he tried to commit suicide 3 different times. He murdered and executed so many people. I know the word of God. He's the God. Allah is the God of the Arabs. That's the Arab God. Muhammad is their prophet. That's the Arab religion. That's why you got to speak in Arabic when you actually worshiping it. It's the Arab religion. That's exactly what it is. It is against God himself. The Bible said 630 years before the Quran came, whoever says Jesus is not the Son of God, that's the spirit of the devil and the Antichrist. That's what the Bible says. The Quran come 800 years later. And what does it say? Jesus is not the Son of God. But the Bible just told us 800 years ago that whoever say he's not the Son of God, that's the spirit of the devil. What you gonna believe? You think God gonna say it after, or he gonna say it first? God gonna say it first. The Bible say, I am the Lord your God. I'm the same God as yesterday, today, and forevermore. I will say it before it happened. That when it happened, you will know that I am God, because only I can predict the future. So if the Bible say, whoever say Jesus ain't the Son of God, come from the devil himself, and then he go a religion 800 years later, and the whole base of their religion is to say that God didn't have a son. Jesus was not God's son. Jesus didn't die on the cross. There is no Trinity. The Bible is comprised of 66 books, 44 authors. All these authors were Hebrew, Jews and Hebrews. Now, all these authors were Jews and Hebrews. 44, and here's the Quran by one man, one Arab up against 44. One Arab against 44 Hebrews or Jews. He his own witness. All these 44 people agreeing to each other. So you got 44 people agreeing against one person who never saw none of this stuff that happened. He come 800 years later after all this done, telling you that, guess what? It really didn't happen like that. This is how it really happened. Right. You tell me what you want to believe. You believe a guy who come 800 years later on the scene trying to explain what 44 men of God, anointed by God, all agreed to? Come on, get up out of here. Come on now. Brothers just don't want the truth. You get to studying that stuff, brothers don't want the truth. Look up Muhammad and Aisha. Look up Muhammad and Aisha. Then come back and holler at me. Look that up. What's my thoughts on Buddhism? So we talking about a man that was a prince who left his wife and kids and went on this quest to try to find out the secrets of life, where he tried and experienced all these things and reached God level. Come on, man. I mean, the thing people willing to believe just because they don't want to believe the simple truth God gave us. The simple truth God gave us. We don't want to believe. It's like, really? So it's like you taking Buddhism and then you can't compare it with Christianity. Because at the end of the day, everybody you name, like if you look at the leaders of all these so-called religions, everybody you named was sinner. Buddha was a sinner. Muhammad was a sinner. Joseph Stalin was a sinner. Peter was a sinner. In case the Catholics like to use Peter as a man. Mary was a sinner. They like to use her too. Charles Taze Russell, the Jehovah's Witness founder, he was a sinner. The only person who never sinned was Jesus Christ. So why would I believe anybody else? Why would I believe anybody else? I'm going to believe the one that did it right, who I know I can count on. I'm going to believe in Jesus. Everybody else already guilty. Everybody else sinners already. I'm going to believe in Jesus. That's who I'm going to believe in. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Brothers don't be knowing what they be saying, man. Brothers who be saying, I'm a Muslim, I'm this. They don't even know what they reading. They don't even read. They don't even be reading. They don't even know. They have no idea. All the Satan worshiping. Let me tell y'all something else y'all didn't know. Look this up. The Bible say, now this before the Quran was even thought of, it was no such thing as the Quran. It was no such thing as Muslims when the Bible said this in Revelation 13. The Antichrist, the one that coming to rule the world, the number of the Antichrist will be 666. Let me open y'all up to something y'all didn't know. 666 really means in the name of Allah. The Antichrist will come in the name of Allah. That's a fact. This was written before it was a such thing as Muslims, before it was a such thing as Qurans. God already knew the Antichrist who gonna come on the world, who Jesus gonna destroy, would be a Muslim. It would be in the name of Allah. And the weapons of choice that he would use would be beheading, the cutting off of heads. So, brothers don't study. They just be talking. Tony bro, he's saying he reading the Quran. Right. And he said he enjoying it. The same Quran that tell you when your wife out of pocket to beat her. The same Quran that tell you that if a person don't believe in Allah, cut off their heads and neck. The same Quran that teach you that it's okay to rape and pillage. That what you talking about? You enjoying reading? Let me put you up on game. Let me put you up on game. You don't know, Tony, bro. Why do you think Muslims are required to pray 5 times a day? The reason why they required to pray 5 times a day is because you inviting the satanic spirit to come into your life. It's only one spirit, which is the Holy Spirit according to the Word of God. There's only one spirit, the Holy Spirit. Okay? That's the Holy Spirit. Now, with that being said, when you pray to God through Jesus Christ, you get the gift of the Holy Spirit, and you become more like God as you pray to God through Jesus Christ by the power of the Holy Spirit. When you're praying as a Muslim who is in defiance of Jesus Christ, who hate God, who don't want nothing to do with God, but try to make it seem like they do, you invite a demon spirit to come in your life because you asking him to come into your life. So all the 5 times you praying, you're not praying to the one true God. So you praying to a demon spirit and you asking him to come into your life. What do you think gonna happen if you keep inviting the demon to come into your life and take control over your body? What do you think gonna happen? Right. That's exactly what he gonna do. That's exactly what he gonna do. Yeah, a lot of brothers they just be saying stuff. They don't be knowing. Like, hold on, let me just say something. I'll play a little bit of this. See what I just typed up? In the name of Allah, 666. 666 is the name of Allah. The original language of the book of Revelation was written in Greek. That's what it says. So originally 666 would look like this. This is what 666 looked like in the original Greek writing. Look just like this. Watch this. This is the Greek number of 6. Right? And this is the Arabic word for in the name of. This is the Arabic word for in the name of. Watch this. When mirrored, look what happens. It looks similar to the Greek number 6. The exact similarities of what the original writing is. This is the Greek number for 60. Right here. This is the Greek number for 60. And this is the Arabic word for Allah. This symbol right here. When turned in mirror, look what happens. It's the exact same look. It's the exact same symbols. The exact same symbols. Equally. Identical to the number 60. So far the Greek number 6 is the Arabic in the name of. So far the Greek number 6 that's written in the original Greek, in Arabic it says in the name of. In the Greek for 60 it's Allah. Okay? So this is the Greek number for 600. This X symbol right here. This is the Greek number for 600. This is the symbol for Arabia. Notice the swords going in X's right here. So notice how the Greek 600 looks similar to the Arabian symbol. See this? Making the X like these two swords. So as we all know, swords are a symbol of violence and war. So to conclude, the Greek 600, 66, 666 meant violence in the name of Allah. So 666 means in the name of Allah. So God was already warning us before Muslim was going to come into the world, like he always do, before Muslim was coming into the world, because he loving people, God always was telling us, be careful with these people. That's Satan's religion. And it's the number one religion in the world in numbers. Why? Because the prophecy got to come to pass. He will rule the world for 7 years. After the 7 years, Jesus is going to be dispersed from God to come and destroy him. So, y'all can play a part of them numbers if you want. You can't stop prophecy. Why would God clearly put that out there like that? And what I love about the Bible, it's so cold, you can't fix time. You can't go back and try to straighten it up. It's already exposing who they is. And that's how God always works. So if you are in that religion, you are doing Satan bid. You have pledged your allegiance to the devil himself. You are cursing God. You was mocking Christ, and you will be judged according just like that. Ain't no other way. You can try to ignore it, act like it ain't true if you want to, but it's there. Sad thing about it, I never even saw this. I just clicked on that one. I never even saw it before. I just know, the truth is out there. We have no excuses no more to be ignorant. If you want to be ignorant, that's just because of you. The facts is out here. It ain't no more excuses if you don't want to know. No more excuses. So So look, bro, look, I got respect for you, but you better know what you worshiping. When you read the Bible, God clearly told Abraham to listen to your wife and get rid of Ishmael and his mother, which is Hagar, which is Arabia. Matter of fact, let me put you up on game. Let me put you up on game how God describes the Islamic religion before it even come in Galatians. Let me put you up on game, Tony, bro. You may not have, I know you ain't never heard this before, but let me just show you. Do y'all know that every religion is already written in the Bible before it came? Where God could actually show y'all that they fake? Before they was even thought of, before they came, God already addressed it in here. Let me show you what he said about Muslims in here. Watch how he addressed this situation. Now, remember, it's an Arab religion. Arabia, Arab. Muhammad was an Arab from Arabia. What you don't know, they were the enemies of God's people. The Arabs was the enemy of God's people. Why you think they warring over there still in Israel right now? Why you think the Arabs and Palestinians, why you think they hate the Jews so much? They always did. But watch this. Let me show you something that you don't get. Okay, now watch this. I'm in Galatians. Watch what it say about the Islamic religion. Watch what it say. I think in Galatians chapter 2, if I ain't mistaken. Okay. Starting from man. Okay, Galatians chapter 4. Watch this. Watch how it separate the Muslims from the Hebrews. This is what the word of God says, Tony, bro. This for you, Tony, bro. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you, brother. Galatians chapter 4, verse 21. Tell me, you who want to be under the law, do you not hear the law? So people who reject Christ and say he's not good enough, he's not the Son of God, he didn't die on the cross, I mean, you go back under the law of the 10 Commandments that you break every day. Cussing, lying, stealing, anger, bitterness, hatred, all that. You break that law every day. So, Galatians chapter 4, verse 21. Tell me, watch this. Tell me, you who want to be under the law, do you not hear the law? For example, it is written that Abraham had 2 sons. Remember, this is what the Muslims them be arguing about. Who was the real promised son? Was it Isaac by the mother Sarah, or was it Ishmael by the mother Hagar? Hagar was an Egyptian slave that Abraham committed adultery with on his wife and got her pregnant. She gave birth to Ishmael through adultery. Sarah was his original real wife. Isaac is the child Sarah gave birth to. Let's see how God will settle this dispute between these 2 children and the adultery that took place between Abraham and the 2 women. It is written that Abraham had two sons, one by the slave girl, Hagar, the Egyptian slave, and one by the free woman, Sarah. But the one by the slave woman was actually born according to natural descent. He was born of a lust. The one by the slave woman was born out of lust. He had sex with that woman, knowing he was married, and agreed to do it, and she gave birth to Ishmael. And the other one by the free woman through the promise. Sarah was over the age of having children. God promised Abraham he would give him a child. In the midst of God promising Abraham he would give him a child, Ishmael was the one that was born through adultery, and Isaac was the one that would be born through God's promise. Watch this. They breaking down the two religions between Judaism and Islam before there was even an Islam. Watch the two children. These things may be taken as a symbolic. These two children are symbolic drama for these women. They mean for these women it's two different covenants. A covenant is a promise. Both these children represents two different covenants. Let's see the difference between the covenants. The one from Mount Sinai, which bears children for slavery, in which that's Hagar. That's Hagar, the slave woman. That's Hagar. Now Hagar means Sinai, a mountain in Arabia. Hagar represents Mount Sinai, which is sin, a mountain in Arabia. Arabic, Arabia. Watch this. And she corresponds with the Jerusalem today. She into it with Jerusalem today. Arabia is into it with Jerusalem even to this day. Watch this. For she is in slavery with her children. Verse 26. But the Jerusalem above is free, and she is our mother. Jerusalem is our mother, not Arabia. Jerusalem is our mother, not Arabia, where Islam come out of, where the Quran come from, where Muhammad come from, the deserts of Arabia. Hagar represents slavery, sin. Move. Oh, I'm knocking your head off. Hagar represents Arabia and sin. Okay? In slavery. Watch this. But the Jerusalem, see, and the two mothers represent two places. Hagar represents Arabia. Sarah represents Jerusalem. The Bible clearly says Hagar represents slavery, bondage. Not that we was in slavery, so it's talking about us. No, it's talking about sin, slavery, being in bondage. Arabia. Our mother is Jerusalem, Sarah, which represents promise, hope, the word of God. Watch this. For it is written, be glad, you barren woman who does not give birth. Because if you know Sarah, one of the reasons why Abraham had sex with Hagar is because his wife Sarah couldn't give him children. She was over the age. So he made a pact with her to have sex with another woman to have a child for him, because she didn't want to die without giving him a child. He committed adultery, had sex with Hagar. She gave birth to Ishmael. Okay? Barren, the word barren mean can't give birth. So look what it say. Be glad, you barren, you woman who can't give birth. Break into joyful shouting. You woman who does not have birth pains, for the children of the desolate woman are more numerous than those of her who has not a husband. Let me explain this. The prophecies say, rejoice, be happy, Sarah, you who couldn't have children, even though the woman who gave birth have more children than you, more children, Islam, the fast and growing religion, she have more children than you, but, let's look at the but. Even though she have more children than you who have the husband, who has the husband, now you, brothers, are children of promise, the same as Isaac was. But just as then, the one born through adultery began to persecute the one who was born through the Spirit. The child that was born through adultery started to persecute the child that was born by the Spirit. The child that was born by the Spirit was Isaac. God did a miracle with his mother Sarah. She couldn't have children. Abraham had sex with her. God opened up her old barren womb that couldn't give birth, and a miracle was brought forth, and that was Isaac. What do it say about Ishmael? What would Ishmael's nature be? It say the one who was born through adultery persecuted the one that was born through the Spirit. He persecuted him. Watch this. Nevertheless, what does the scripture say about them? The baby that was born through adultery and his mother. What does the scripture say about them? Drive out the slave woman and her son. For the son of the slave woman will by no means be heir to the son of the free woman. So, brothers, we are children not of the slave girl, but of the free woman. That's the whole Islamic religion wrapped up in a bowl. Did you get that? Did you get that? See, brothers who don't know, you're going to always be tricked and fooled. I just showed you what God said about Islam before it even came, before it was even born. And no Muslim can deny that Ishmael is not the founder of Islam. They look at him as being their prophet. Because his mother Hagar, who represents Mount Arabia, Arabic, Arabs, sin and slavery. That's what she represents. We are the children of the free woman, the one who is legally married. We not of the curse. We of the free woman. But what it say? The child that was born through the Spirit, the other child that was born through adultery, persecuted him. Persecuted him. And this is why they hate believers. They try to persecute us because of that evil spirit. Come on now. So, there you have it, man. Right there. So, there you go. Right there in a nutshell, man. So, brothers just need to know what they doing. Anyway, y'all, it's getting past my hour, man. 2 o'clock. What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Got to get up out of here, get some sleep, and get my daughter in the morning. It's your boy, Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's some question. It's yours. Trust and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ with all your heart, man. Never let the Lord go, man. Tony, bro, get it together, brother. All that knowledge and intelligence. Get it together. What you afraid of? Stop being scared, brother. Come to Jesus.